In and around Las Vegas, the annual average rainfall is just over 4 inches. So getting 6 inches of rainfall in about 3 hours on September 8, 2014, well, you can imagine, flash flooding became a serious problem. In fact, the remnants of Tropical Storm Norbert dumped as much rain on the area in 60 minutes as Las Vegas gets in an entire year.
The rain began the afternoon, Monday afternoon, the 8th. And at that point in time, we were dispatching our maintenance crews because we were getting flooding and debris, mud flows across a lot of roads. Once it got to the median, it actually just used the median as the low area, and that became a raging river.
In what some term the area's worst storm in decades, many homes and businesses were damaged in the rural areas of Moapa and Glendale, located about 50 miles north of Las Vegas. State Route 168 and US 93 and 95 also sustained flood damage. Thankfully, diligent NDOT crews were able to clear debris and make those roads passable very quickly. But a 2-mile stretch along Interstate 15, traveled by more than 25,000 vehicles daily, was destroyed by the unyielding rainfall. Officials say that 12,000 cubic feet of water per second was flowing directly onto the interstate.
This was a very unusual flow. First off, the amount and intensity was pretty significant. When I'm understanding it was greater than a 100-year event.
I-15, the main north and southbound artery in and out of Las Vegas, and a commercial lifeline to Utah, California, and the rest of the country, was completely impassable.
And on Tuesday morning, I was out here at 5:30 in the morning, and I just couldn't believe I-15 was gone.
Governor Brian Sandoval declared a state of emergency, and the department applied for federal reimbursement for the estimated $5 million in repair costs.
Systems are designed to handle a certain capacity of water, and this is clearly 4 inches in 1 hour, too much for our systems to handle.
Crews immediately closed I-15 from milepost 64 to 112, and detour routes were put into place. All traffic coming in and out of Las Vegas, both north and southbound, were rerouted via US 93 through the small town of Panaca, then State Route 319 and Utah State Route 56.
Loss of I-15, particularly in that area because there wasn't a close detour, was huge to interstate commerce. It affected everything from the ports of Los Angeles to Salt Lake City and everything east of there. We were able to get some flaggers out there to help with the traffic. We eventually were able to get our FSP vans out there to help that traffic flow. So just maintaining traffic on that detour.
Meanwhile, contractor Las Vegas Paving, who thankfully was already in the area working on an NDOT project, immediately began working around the clock to clear debris and rebuild the crumbled roadway.
I'm attributing a lot of our success to having a very good contractor already mobilized with a lot of the equipment that we needed to fix the flooded areas or damaged areas in such quick time. I mean, even when we started doing the work, 40, 50 trucks delivering material round the clock for 4 days. It was an incredible sight.
By Wednesday, passenger cars were allowed to take the much shorter detour route through the Valley of Fire State Park.
Nevada Department of Transportation, how may I help you?
NDOT personnel were inundated with phone calls and used every form of media to get the latest information to the traveling public, including press releases, Facebook, and Twitter. Everyone wanted to know, when would the road open again?
It was extremely important for us to open it, not only for interstate commerce, but also to help the local communities, just north of us.
Crews continued diligently working 24/7, and by Friday evening, just 4 days after the flood event, NDOT was able to open 1 lane of traffic in each direction through the Moapa and Glendale area using the northbound interstate.
Well, I'm very pleased by the outcome, especially when we opened up I-15 up again. Damage occurred on a Monday night, Tuesday morning, and we had the two-way traffic on I-15 on that Friday by 4:30 in the afternoon. So I was very pleased to announce that to the traveling public.
Commercial vehicles were still restricted to daytime travel through the US 93 route and could only use the northbound lane during the overnight hours, and only if they were 26,000 pounds or less. Work was shifted to repairing and opening the southbound lanes that were damaged far worse than the northbound lanes. And by Thursday, September 18th, just 10 days after the flood event, NDOT reopened one southbound lane in addition to the two northbound lanes, lifting the commercial vehicle restrictions to relieved and thankful truck drivers.
I want to compliment Las Vegas Paving and NDOT for coming together to get that opened within a week's time. I mean, obviously I-15 is a major source of interstate commerce, and to do what you've done in such a short amount of time to get that open is nothing less than extraordinary. Thank you very much.